Hey, Ruth with Sombrero Time here. And this is part one of my personal story series. And I want to give you just the passion and the reason why I do what I do. When I had young children, 1, 3, and 5, which was 5 years ago, I was looking around for a program that would create functionally bilingual, biliterate kids, and I couldn't find one. So I created a little neighborhood club because I really didn't want my kids to have the same experience I did. Now, backdrop on Ruth is that I have a passion for education because I was a special ed kid. And I have a passion for teaching language because I sat in language classes for 7 years and couldn't put a sentence together. So, rewind, 4th grade, Ruth gets diagnosed with dyslexia because her mom knows she can do better than she's doing and says, "What's going on? School tests me. I'm borderline dyslexic," whatever that means. So I get sent into special ed and I'm writing numbers and letters in the air and doing all kinds of stuff. In the meantime, feeling like, wow, I am not going to go anywhere. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the container, or whatever that phrase is. So I'm struggling through school. Then I start taking Spanish. It's kind of just a fun, nothing class in junior high. Start over again in high school, Spanish 1, as a freshman, which at that point, it was a big vocabulary test. Every day he'd write the words up on the board. We would study those words because he'd go grab a cup of coffee. He'd come back in. We'd all get 100%. I got A's in Spanish, and I could not put a sentence together. How is that working out for me? Well, not so good, because when I got to Spanish 3, I had a phenomenal, immersive teacher from Spain, and he was teaching all kinds of great Spanish, but I didn't get it because I had had 2 years. My foundation was just a big vocabulary test. So I failed all the tests, and when I got to the grade, he actually gave me kind of a gratis C. Now, during this time, as I'm kind of struggling through Spanish, I come across a phenomenal biology teacher who takes this struggling special ed kid and teaches her how she learns. And really, through the process of learning to color code my notes, I start making the curve in classes instead of being on the downward curve. And that is how I broke all the statistics and everybody's impression that Ruth wasn't going to be making it into the higher education world. And I got into Davis. So that's going to be part 2, my experience in Davis, and how that has helped to shape Sombrero Time. Hasta luego.